Hey everybody, today's it. Last day, the Kindle Flash Sale. You're gonna have to go grab these titles. In fact, I brought one of the authors on with me so that we can just do a little PSA reminder to go check out all these titles. There's so many of them. I'll just flash them on the screen. Like there are so many titles to choose from, over 30 Kindle books that have been lowered to 99 cents or in some case $1.99. In fact, I want to give Barrie a chance to say hello. And Barrie, in particular, I'm curious, like, why were you drawn to the idea of being part of a Kindle Flash Sale?
It's very exciting, Robbie. Thank you for offering this opportunity. One is I get to be involved with other authors and learn more about their books and buy their books at this great price of only 99 cents each,
Mhm.
and then share the opportunity with them to buy my book, Hate Fundraising, How You Can Become Comfortable Asking for Money. And so that's a book that any entrepreneur author needs to have. And so they get to buy my book at 99 cents. And some of them have written some fabulous reviews, which I really appreciate.
Awesome. Actually, tell us a little more about your book. So, you and I worked together on the launch of your book. We both have a fundraising background. You created this fabulous resource. Tell us, who was the audience you had in mind for this book?
Anybody who's involved with a nonprofit or a mission driven organization that needs to ask for money or fundraise or is asked to fundraise, especially if they do not like to fundraise or maybe feel nauseous about the idea or would prefer to pull the covers back over their head or go to the dentist instead. Any of those people are the audience for this book. Or if they're new to fundraising and just want to become more comfortable with asking for money.
So lately, I've been telling people to get your book who are entrepreneurs, who are not in the world of nonprofit and fundraising. And I tell them this because they're nervous doing sales calls. And I always make the joke, which is actually not a joke, it's true, that I got comfortable asking people for $5,000 in exchange for goodwill. And if you get to that point, then when you're selling your own services, which you believe in, just like you believe in the organization that you're fundraising for, I didn't realize at the time that I was prepping myself to be comfortable doing sales. And I also know there are so many causes out there that need support. So if you're an entrepreneur watching this, I really highly recommend getting Barrie's book and then go partner with an organization or a cause you care about and start to do some fundraising for them. And it could be small and then grow bigger, but man, it just changes the dynamics of relationship building and the sales conversation, because that's what fundraising is. It's the relationship you're having about a cause you care about, and sales similarly, it's a relationship you're building around the value that you offer. So I'm so thrilled you have this resource out there, and I'm broadening yet again who should go get it. And of course, everybody you just mentioned who's in the world of nonprofit or doing any kind of fundraising activity. I have I almost said three. I have 4 books in this, which is incredible. In fact, I haven't. I've only done this a handful of times, so I haven't gotten tired of doing it. But what? I'm not like, I plan to write one book, and now look, I have all these books. So I've got let's see, I've got Break Out of Boredom. That's my book about Zoom. I've got Smallest Big Results, which is about how you build an audience before you try to sell anything. Of course, my first book, Croissants versus Bagels, which is about networking at conferences, and the book that just launched a week ago. The last I looked, there's 229 reviews on Amazon. So I'm thrilled, and I'm aiming for 1,000. So this is a book about launching a book. So I'm glad it has so many reviews. Barrie,
Congratulations.
thank you. What were you keeping an eye on? I know you and I were just talking about this great list of books. Are there any that caught your eye that you either have bought or thinking about reading?
There's so many there. I probably will buy almost all of them. Green Velvet Chair by Laura Ballerini has some great, inspiring stories. Supercharge Your Website Traffic by Carolyn Choate. That's something I really need.
Mm-hmm.
Reframing the Leadership Dance by Stacy Larson will be really fun.
Yeah.
And 14 Days to Better Sleep by Diane Wolf, something I also really need.
Diane's book is very quick read, but you just follow the steps for each day for 14 days. And like, I think so many people can benefit from it. It's just a great reset. You don't have to be struggling with sleep to get some value out of a book like that. I got a chance to work with Stacy Larson on the launch of her book, and I love her analogy to dance and bringing that into a conversation about leadership. So we're not like if you're dancing with a partner, you're not forcing them to do something. There's a back and forth relationship guiding together. And so I like the way she reframes, in particular, one-on-one meetings with people. So any entrepreneur who's got a team, even if it's a virtual assistant, it doesn't have to be a team, in an office. I think having that book in your back pocket could be really helpful. I love the range of books that you just mentioned, because there's like inspiration, there's stuff related to business, there's stuff for personal. All of the books, the thing that brings them together is that every single author is an entrepreneur who wrote this book in order to grow a business, speaking, coaching, consulting, which actually brings me back to your book. I would love to hear a little bit more about the context of why you wrote a book, because a lot of times when people write books and I then suggest, oh, hey, join our thing and drop your price to 99 cents, their initial take is like, wait, what? No. Like, my book's worth a lot more than 99 cents. And I also get even more pushback from publishers who are like, we don't have that as part of our marketing. So why was it okay for you to drop your price to 99 cents? What more were you trying to do with the book?
I want people to buy my book. I want people to read my book. I want people to see how they can benefit from it, and then contact me for other ways I can be of help to them through workshops, seminars, programs. I also have another book, a workbook to go along with the book called a companion guide to hate fundraising. And it's a personal journal to use as one is going through the book.
Mm-hmm. This is just the point, right? It's not about selling individual copies of your book, but it's about attracting people to you and your work. And I love that we are able to do this. I host this Kindle Flash Sale 3 times a year. The next one will be in late fall. It's actually kicking off on Cyber Monday, the Monday of the Thanksgiving weekend. So if folks are watching and want to get on the wait list, just comment something and I'll send you the link to join the wait list. But everybody else, go to KindleFlashSale.com. You see the little ticker going by. Today is the last day. The books are going to go up in price tomorrow, so don't miss out on this opportunity. I'll flash this on the screen one more time. Look at this range of books. It's such a good list. Unlock Your Impact is the other one that I think everyone should talk about. Publish Your Purpose. There's one in there called Magic Making. It's about making connections on and off a golf course, and it's particularly written for women to get into the world of golfing, because that's where a lot of conversations and connections and decisions are being made. So I love the context of some of these books. It's really great. Barrie, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate your insight and your involvement in this whole campaign.
Thanks for hosting this.
Absolutely.